Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at some open Master League battles with an XL Dragonite and an XL Metagross. So this Dragonite is going to be, I do believe, level 44.5. So, a little bit of an XL here. We're going to be using a 100% IV Best Buddy as well, sitting at 411 CP. And then the Metagross is going to be a level 47.5, 100% IV. And again, it's going to be pulling off some clutch wins. And we do have this Shadow Snorlax here. It's not 100% IV, but it is going to be Best Buddy. We don't have it equipped or anything. Is it XL? It is actually level 40.5. Niantic did state that if you did power them once like that for the half, that they will still be able to participate in the regular Master League when we're going to be able to go into the Open and then the limitation for XLs. So just a little food for thought there. So this team is amazing. It really does protect itself from each other quite well. And I had a blast. We got a lot of wins. So we got a nice long video here. And with that said, let's go ahead and get into the commentary. Taking out the Giratina. I was going to call it Dialga. I don't know why I call those things Dialgas. And I call Giratinas Dialga. It's just whatever. So up against the Melmetal here. We all know what this is. I'm going to go ahead and let this Rock Slide go through. Not bad. Not really doing too much. It felt like there was a little bit of an under tap there for some reason. Maybe. I have been running into some issues where the bubbles, once in a while, you'll see it a few times here. And pretty much what happens is basically the bubbles just show up, but they've already moved across the screen, so you may miss some, and which may result in you hitting a great. It's kind of annoying. I've restarted my phone. Don't worry, I'm not a noob or anything like that. So we have a zero shield scenario here. We're looking great. This is going to be a Fire Punch. Not even taking us out. Almost taking them out with the Metagross. In comes Dragonite, and we take the win there. So we're going to be leading with Dragonite the entire time. This team complements each other so well. Looking good. I wonder whose video is going to show up on now. So we're going to be going up against Metagross here, swapping into our Melmetal because that's a horrible lead. They're going to be going into Giratina. And this is not a great situation. We're absolutely going to let this ominous win go through because, well, we're going to be able to survive and save a shield here. They're going to be able to farm us down, but they're letting it go through. Oh, hello. And we are not able to get to the meter match, which is fine. We're going to let it go down. We have a Snorlax, and we're simply going to throw in that. I think we throw in the Snorlax. Yeah, we're going to farm down here. And Snorlax up against a Giratina is going to be a very good thing for you, as so long as they do not have Dragon Pulse. So up against the Melmetal here, and they're going to be throwing that superpower right away. We also have a Pokemon in the back, so we're going to go ahead and throw our superpower as well, because, well, we're going to be able to retreat. Our timer has reset, so we can do this at any time. After we throw this one here, I think would be a good time to do that. And swapping now, they're going to be going into their final Pokemon, which is going to be Dialga. We're in a pretty good situation here. It's going to be kind of a squirmy situation to pull out of. Let's see if we're going to be able to do it, though. And they're getting to their charge move. Do I shield? I think we do, because although it is going to be steel type and not necessarily taking super effective damage to the Dialga, at least we're going to be putting on the pressure. They decide to use their shield, and they're going to be able to farm down. Can we lick down? If we can, we win. All right, GG's. This Snorlax has way too much health. The superpower is simply not going to do it. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, yep, never mind. GG, I said. Yeah, GG for sure. GG for them. And down we go. Wow. Yeah, spoke too soon. We take the loss. Let's keep it moving here. It's going to be plenty of wins. Got a long 40-minute video. So we have a fantastic lead. They're going to be swapping into Mewtwo, and we're going to go ahead and go right into our Metagross here. We technically could have went into Snorlax, but this is a much better matchup for me. That Shadow Ball is a bit of an issue. I'm going to just be straight up. This Shadow Ball from Mewtwo is starting to get really annoying, but my Metagross is going to be able to shrug it off and then take them out. Beautiful. Granted, they didn't use a shield, but Psycho Cut's not doing much, and we would have beat them down with the farm. So we're up against the Giratina. Let's get it right. It's not a Dialga, right? So we're going to go ahead and never shield. They're going to be swapping into a Melmetal here. And now's the perfect opportunity to go ahead and start throwing our charge move. So there goes one superpower. Getting to another one here. Oh, we're going to bait with a Body Slam. And they're falling for the bait. Swapping into our Dragonite. Now, the reason why I did go into Dragonite was to basically make them use their energy and just put on some more damage at this point. They're not going to be able to Thunder Shock us down. I'm just trying to wear them out here. So it's just more beneficial for me to do this. We're still holding on to 2 shields, and at this point, they realize this is a complete GG's. We take the win, looking good. Let's keep it moving here, folks. See what we have going on. Going to be met with a Giratina again. Oh yeah? Let's get it. It's all about that alignment. When you're in the Master League, I mean, if you don't have a good lead, you can come back from it, as you're going to see here. But getting those leads is going to be a big difference here for these XL battles. So we're going to be swapping into our Metagross, and we're just taking that Thunder like nothing here. Well, we're taking a lot of damage. Let's not beat around the bush here. It looks like they're going to be Dragon Breathing us down, going for the long haul. We're still holding on to 2 shields. Honestly, not going to lie, this made me a little nervous. So we're going in with our Dragonite. We have a bunch of energy ready. We're just going to go ahead and throw this here. And they're letting it go through, surviving. My gosh, that thing is so annoying, Dialga. So we're going to go ahead and shield up this Iron Head. And we have some energy built up here. They're coming in with a Lugia with Dragon Tail, hitting us with super effective. Building up to our Hurricane, folks. Are we going to be able to land this on a Lugia? And we do. We're going to be swapping into our Snorlax here. Super effective with that lick. Looking great here. We're going to be able to absorb some of these charge moves. But we're going to go ahead and shield up this first one. It is an Aeroblast, so thank goodness we did. That would have done a ton of damage. Going to go ahead and throw this Body Slam here. We're getting a shield out of them. And the final one, bringing in a Giratina. And this is why I love Snorlax so much right now. Because we do have that Metagross, which is going to be taking an extremely high amount of damage from the Giratina. It's going to be put in a bad situation. And the Snorlax just comes in and pulls these wins for us here. I mean, technically, you don't even need to throw a charge move. I mean, look how much it does. I mean, a little bit of an inch there. Inching your way up. Those licks are going to be adding up fairly fast, while you do resist everything it has. But like we said, if it does have Dragon Pulse, that's another story. Going in with Dragonite and farming down their Giratina. In comes the Snorlax, and I'm thinking, great, here comes an Aeroblast. And it's a Sky Attack. We're surviving and licking down the shiny Lugia. What a good battle. That was awesome. I certainly thought that I was going to lose that one there. So good game. Moving on to our next opponent here. We're going to be met with an Excadrill. And this is not a good matchup for us here. So we're just going to truck on, though. We don't want to swap, because if we do, we're going to be put in a bad situation. And not only that, technically, I guess Snorlax is going to have an alright matchup against it, but Metagross certainly not. So we're just going to stay here and put on the pressure with this Dragonite. It's really going to hold the front line for us here. Now, Dragonite can easily take a Rock Slide from Excadrill, even at level 50. But you're going to have to shield up that next one. While the quick moves are virtually doing no damage, they're going to have to get to 3 of these to actually take you out if you do use a shield. So you're not put in the worst situation. And now what we're going to be able to do is let this go down and come in here and farm down and have energy ready to go for whatever they do decide to bring into the battle. So they're going to be weak to fighting. There's going to be something to counter fighting in the back. Giratina or Dialga. There it is. Okay. That's not necessarily countering fighting at all, but there's got to be something. Maybe a, I don't know, Togekiss is back there. We'll see. So we're just going to throw in our Metagross here, and it is actually going to be a Groudon. So not necessarily something to counter fighting. This team is going to actually have a really hard time up against like a Shadow Metagross or Conkeldurr. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and carry on here, letting this go through, as we do have the Snorlax still, and we still have 1 shield left. We're going to go ahead and let this go through. It's just a Fire Punch. We don't need to waste that shield. We know what we're doing here. Farming them down. Just a little bit of health left. So what's going to happen here is we got to time this nicely. We're going to get to 2 superpowers and just hit them back to back. Simple as that. And we're going to be able to claim our win here up against this Dialga. And getting to another one. So satisfying with these superpowers here. Snorlax, always so trusty. Gotta love it. All right, moving on to our next battle here. What are we going to be met with? Let's see what we have. Oh my gosh. Can it get any better? Let's go. Good lead. Swapping into Snorlax. And we're just going to go ahead and stay here. We have our own Snorlax to go up against the Giratina. So we don't really need to go anywhere, to be honest with you. Technically, Dragonite wins this matchup in general. But they pull off a freaking sneaky attack. An Outrage, guys. They just hit me with an Outrage. So I'm going to show you something, tell you something here. If they would have shielded this up and won this matchup, it would have went a whole lot different for them. As soon as they landed that Outrage, I didn't think I was going to lose, but I certainly thought that this was going to be a very hard uphill battle. But when they let that charge move go through, I was like, well, I think I win now. I mean, but anyways, you know, people have their own strategies going through their mind. So we're going to go ahead and let this drill run go through, because we have to build up to 2 superpowers here first. We didn't build up to 2 quite yet. I think we just need like 2 more licks. We're going to be looking good. So getting that superpower, getting the first shield, and getting that lick in, but they're able to get their charge move. Of course, shielding up that drill run here. We kind of need to take that thing out. We have the Metagross. It doesn't really want to see it. Not quite taking it out, but we're going to swap here and just farm them down. and they're able to get to a drill run. I can't believe it. At 1 HP, we're letting it go through, I suppose. In comes the Giratina, and we're going to go ahead and throw the Meteor Mash. We're able to survive. That's why we knew we weren't going to have to shield that. And the Snorlax is going to simply be able to handle these charge moves. But we still have a shield left. We're not going to shield it up. We're not trying to flex. It just, well, maybe a little bit because it's fun. All right, so taking the win. Let's go. All right, on to our next opponent here. Everybody's wearing these overalls with the bunny hanging out. Let's go ahead and see another Giratina. Are you kidding me? Let's go. All right, so they're going to be farming up a bit here, maybe trying to catch it with a Dialga. So what we're going to do is, I think we want to swap into Metagross. Getting off that move there. Beautiful. So now all we have to do is basically throw Meteor Mash, and then we should be able to farm down even at that point. So going for a Thunder, very nice. I think we're going to farm a little bit of extra here. Going ahead and throwing the Meteor Mash. This is enough to take them out. And there they go. We have energy built up, and we're able to get to another one. Beautiful. That's exactly why we farmed extra on the Dialga. Surviving with 1 HP and getting that Meteor Mash through, doing some big damage. Throwing in the Snorlax to just say, how's it going? I'll absorb everything you throw at me. Sounds good to me, and that's exactly what we do. Still holding on to 2 shields. I have a Togekiss in the back, and this is pretty much my game. So I'm going to do something crazy here, and what is that? I'm going to throw in my Dragonite. Well, why? To do some extra damage. It's not like they're getting a lot of farm off of me. They're not going to be able to throw 2 charge moves at this point. It doesn't matter because we have 2 shields anyways. So look at all that damage Dragonite did. Beautiful. That's exactly why I did that. Just to put us in a better comfortable position here. And we're not going to throw any charge move because at this point they have 2 shields. Simply just farming down with the Lick, Shadow, Snorlax, taking the win. Let's go. On to our next battle here. We're going to be met with a Swampert. Now this is just absolute chef's kiss. Beautiful. We're going to just roll with this here, obviously. Metagross does not like this, so they're going to be swapping into their Dialga. We're going to go ahead and throw in our Metagross because, well, this is a perfect matchup for us. Thunder's going to go right through us, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to be able to put on the pressure here. Hitting us with an Iron Head. Even better here. So we're just going to go ahead and throw the Earthquake. Let's see if they actually want to shield up this Dialga. And they're letting it go. Makes sense. Coming back in with the Swampert. Now, they're throwing immediately. That sounds good to me. So we're going to go ahead and just let it go down. Bringing in the Dragonite. Throwing the Dragon Claw because this is not going to KO. We're going to be able to easily get some farm at this point. We're going to farm right down with the Dragon Breath. Letting everything go through Earthquake, Hydro Cannon. We're not afraid of that. More than likely, they're not going to have Sludge Wave and Open Master. Bringing in their own Snorlax here. And this is interesting. We do win this matchup, but not with this HP. But although we do have a ton of energy built up here. So throwing our second Dragon Claw, not really doing too much. We're going to go ahead and swap into our own Snorlax here. Now at this point they do have a bunch of energy built up. They could go for Superpower, but I don't think that's going to be within their best interest quite yet. Hitting me with a Heavy Slam, that's very interesting. I mean technically that could work. I mean, you got some Togekisses out there that's going to be taken super effective. Might catch him by surprise, who knows. But yeah, we're able to win that matchup. Fantastic. Now, how do I feel about Outrage Dragonite? I mean, it's going to be fun. It's definitely got some play, I suppose, but I want coverage up against a Fairy type. So we're met with a Landorus here. So we have to look out for Rock Slide. Quick Move's not doing much. Our Dragon Breath is absolutely tearing into it, but the unfortunate part about going up against this thing right now is the fact that it's going to be able to spam Rock Slide very fast because of the Quick Move it does have. So if we want to win this, we're going to have to shield up. And yeah, we're just going to have to do that here. And that's pretty much going to be a game changer at that point when I use that shield. Coming in with a Dialga, we're going to go ahead and throw this here. Don't necessarily want to swap. We kind of want to just let them take us out. Otherwise, they're just going to switch as soon as we bring in the Melmetal here. And in comes the Melmetal to take, I'm sure, a Thunder. A Draco Meteor. Okay, switching it up and swapping into a Ho-Oh. Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you right now. Body Slams don't do much. Ho-Oh is a pretty big tank. Alright, so they are getting the shield out of them first of all because, well, yeah, that's exactly what they want to do at this point. And Dragonite is our fire counter technically. So this is a GG. Let's just see how it does play out so you can see how good Ho-Oh is. We've used it before. We have a 100% maxed out at 40, of course. And it does have Earthquake. We did TM it with an Elite TM because for some reason I transferred my Earthquake one. Not that I had good IVs or anything like that, but yeah. So anyways, just wanted to play out this whole battle. I knew I was going to lose, but I wanted to stay there and give them that nice, finish, all the way through because, they had a good team there. So into the next battle, we're met with another great lead, a Groudon, and they're swapping into a Melmetal. We're going to go ahead and go right into our Metagross here. Man, XL Metagrosses can absorb superpowers like no tomorrow. But I think this might be the battle where they just keep trying to bait me. Yeah, there's a few of those. So that's 2 Rock Slides, 2 that we called. Okay, just watch this, man. I want to know what they were thinking. If this is the battle that I think it is. So we got a shield out of them. I'm thinking, all right, I'll bait too. All right, I'll bait again. And we got both shields out of them. And we're going to let this go through again. Another Rock Slide. And we'll shield this one up. And this is the only superpower they throw. We shield it. Man, I would be so heated. So we're going to go ahead and throw Earthquake since they've used both shields at this point. In comes Dragonite. They're going to be able to farm us down, so I just decide to swap here. We're going to have to burn this shield. But we still have a Snorlax. And they do back out at this point. We're going to be able to take the win. Let's go. Having a ball. On to our next opponent here. And we're met with another Miracle lead. So they're going to be swapping into a Melmetal. We're going to go ahead and go right into our Metagross. See, now, let's just step away from the commentary because we've seen this battle. We've seen it once, we've seen it 100 times at this point. Because why? Well, the meta in the Master League is very narrowed down. That's just the way it is in the Master League. Do I like it? Well, yes, I love it, as a matter of fact. I don't have to worry about all this nonsense on the side. Like, I love the other leagues. You guys know that. I really enjoy Ultra League. But once in a while, I just want to use my Pokemon that I've really invested in hardcore in a meta that is very narrowed down to where I can put a team together and know that it could almost beat just about any other team so long as everything is lined up. Okay? That's not the case for a lot of other metas for the other leagues. But anyways, up against the Groudon full circle here. Just going to go ahead and let that go through. It's no problem. Building up a lot of energy. And we're going to let this one go through as well. We don't even care if it's an Earthquake, another Fire Punch. Just a little FYI. Just go Fire Punches if you must up against the Dragonite in this situation. And they're doing the right thing, I'm just saying. Going to go ahead and go for another Dragon Claw here. And take them down. They have 1 shield. We're going to swap instantly into our Snorlax. We kind of want them to throw their superpower. I think we let this go through. It's a Rock Slide bait. Oof, very spicy. They catch a Body Slam with their Giratina. I'm going to have to say, very well played. But it's still not, it just can't do anything. Unless they have Dragon Pulse, there's nothing they can really do. I mean, it does eat away slowly but surely. And even if you get the boost, it's definitely going to help you out. But still not a great position to be in. As Snorlax has such a good resistance to these dragon moves. Look at this, just completely walls it. So that Shadow Ball did decent damage. A boost would definitely help, obviously. So we're just going to go ahead and swap into our Dragonite, instantly taking them out. And we're obviously going to let this go down here. I'm surprised they used their shield and didn't farm. And bringing in our Snorlax here, and we're just going to build up to 2 superpowers and, throw them. Are we going to have to... I don't think we even use a shield. We still have 2 shields here. And taking the win. Beautiful. I like it. 2 shield wins. Sounds good to me. On to our next opponent here. We're going to be met with another Giratina. And, we can't stop. Won't stop. Swapping into a Melmetal. Do you see what I'm talking about now? Do you see the patterns that keep occurring? I didn't have to point it out. We already knew this. So they're going for a Rock Slide. We're letting it go through. Like I said, we don't really fear superpower. Really, we don't. It's just going to lower their defense and attack. It's going to do a little bit more than Rock Slide, but we're still going to laugh and shrug it off and hit you even harder too because you've lowered your defense. So there goes the first superpower, as you can see, clearly taking it without any issues. Going and throwing that Meteor Mash, doing a ton, expecting another superpower here. There it is, surviving, and we're actually able to take them out with 1 HP. Gotta love that situation. They're coming in here with a Metagross, so we're simply going to bring in our Snorlax here, and this is an absolute beautiful matchup for us here. That lick is doing a ton of damage, but on the other hand, we don't really want to throw a superpower because we're just going to lower our defense. We want to keep on trucking along here, taking these bullet punches, no problem. We will shield up this Meteor Mash here, and we're going to go ahead and throw a Body Slam in hopes we do get a shield out of them, and no shield. And we're going to continue on. I think we do shield this up ourselves. All right, so we've used all our shields here, farming them down, and we're looking great. They got a Giratina in the back, so what we do is just throw in our Dragonite to just do as much damage. We've seen this pattern again and again, right? Like, you keep doing it. But basically, we throw in the Dragonite to just do as much damage as it possibly can, just to set the way for the Snorlax after that to just come in and sweep, no problem. I think we might be able to even do this with just the Dragonite here. So, yeah. Okay, Dragonite, thank you, buddy. This thing's amazing. I seriously can't wait till I can get this to level 50. It's going to be freaking nuts. Dragonite is so good. So finally we have a horrible lead. Beautiful. What do? Swap it to Snorlax. Oh, wow. What an algorithm. We haven't seen any fighters. They were bound to show up. Okay. Settle down with the algorithm talk. Okay, so not a great matchup here. It happens. So we're going to go ahead and throw that superpower, expecting a shield out of them. And maybe could have built up to 2 there. Maybe not. Nonetheless, not looking the best of situations here. Going to come back in here with Dragonite. Of course, they're going to throw a Shadow Ball. So we're going to shield this up. And like exactly a Shadow Ball there. All powered up by the power-up punches. Getting to our Dragon Claw before they can get off another one here. If they want to double shield this, then by all means, they're letting it go down. Okay, is that an XL? No, it's not. And then they have a Mamoswine. So basically, I thought I lost. Okay. They could have won here. I'm going to show you where they mess up. So why would I stay Dragonite? Because the matchup with Togekiss is horrible. Up against this, at least we're doing damage. But watch what happens here. We're shieldless. They swap. I think we would have gotten to the Meteor Mash first. I think that's why they swapped. But if they were actually at the Bulldoze, but I don't think they were, then they could have taken us out, and then they would have been able to win. But I think they swapped because they knew we were going to beat them to the punch. We farmed that thing up hard, and we had 2 ready to go. And we take the win with the Metagross XL, 100% IV. This thing is nuts. I mean, level 47.5, I'm loving it. Another great lead. What's with people in the Giratinas? Let's go. Keep bringing them on. Keep bringing them on. They're swapping into Melmetal. This is the same old song and dance, and we're going to keep on doing it. So they're hitting us with Rock Slide. We're letting it go through. Let's have a little fun here. Let's go. Okay. This team is just, woof. And all right. The team is good, but it's definitely the XLs helping. And it's not just solely the XLs putting on, that extra work for us. Definitely the Pokemon involved. We've used this team before. But, I mean, the XLs are just killing it with those, just taking those moves. Just able to absorb the damage. So we have a Giratina here. And we're going to absolutely let this go through. And they undertap just so they can farm a little extra. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool guy. So at this point, I'm really not showing any mercy. I'm just like, I'm just going to go right for the throw here. As soon as they swap, we swap too. If they want to do that under tap and try to have extra energy and play all fancy, then we'll do it right back. So we take the win. They back out. We're looking good. We have a Dragonite versus Dragonite. Here we go. So as you can see, our CP is much higher. We're actually above 4,000. Man, it looks so good like that. We're going to absolutely be able to throw our attacks first since we do have the attack priority. And they're throwing the Dragon Claw. This is an inevitable battle for us to win here so long as we don't lag. And we're able to get to the Dragon Claw. If they want to shield this, I mean, that's not within their best interest. They let it go through. Farm us a little bit. That's so ideal. This is so beautiful. Throwing in the Snorlax here. So long as they don't have Dragon Pulse. All right. Ominous Wind. Beautiful. So we're just going to go ahead and, keep farming. Now, what this trainer... I don't think this is the battle. I don't want to say it yet. I don't want to ruin the surprise. But let's see exactly if this is the one. So we're going to finally throw our energy here. And you could, you could farm, I suppose. All right, no, this is not the one I'm thinking of. Okay, so they're throwing in the Kyogre here, and, well, we got a Metagross in the back. This is not looking the best. Now, here's the game plan. We did this damage. Beautiful. They didn't shield up. Oh, sounds good to me. We're going to swap into our Metagross here. And we're letting this go through. We don't want to use a shield on this. Not at all. We're going to be able to take them out. So we're putting on the pressure. We're going to be able to get that last shield out of them. Absolutely amazing here. So, oh man, we were so close. I can't believe that. Going in here with the Snorlax, and I think, we're going to have to shield this up. Simple as that. And so long as we can get back up into this Giratina with our Snorlax, we're perfect, and that's what happens, and we take the win there. We just needed to win all of that until we saw it again, and we did. Into our next battle here, and we're going to be met with a Melmetal. Battle lead, beautiful. Swapping into our Metagross, and they're going to be sticking it out. I'm assuming they are going to want to throw a superpower and then retreat. Throwing a Rock Slide, they don't... What? Okay. So they're going into Kyogre. We're going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake here. They're shielding it up. You know, that's a good shield call, to be honest with you. So very nice. We do not like to see this thing here, but we do have the Dragonite, so we're not trying to struggle to win this. We got a shield out of them. Beautiful. And we don't necessarily need to worry about them hitting a Blizzard. That's not going to happen here. They're not going to be able to farm up enough. Going for the Dragon Claw and farming them down. Beautiful. Not having to use a single shield. Not that I thought I would have to. They have a Togekiss back there. And we're going to go ahead and throw in our Snorlax. So this is getting a little tight. Little tight. Going for Ancient Power. They're swapping into their Melmetal. We're going to go ahead and throw these. We have 2 superpowers. And we're going to use both of them right now. There's 1. And there's 2, and then we're going to want to... I don't think we could swap yet. I think I was, like, racing the clock. Yeah, I need a stall here, folks. Oh, boy. This is going to be a close one. So, all right. So we shield that up, swap, and if this is another superpower, genius. Oh, wow. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to be throwing these Dragon Claws here, just doing as much damage as possible. And they swap. Watch this. I'm going to try to get the Hurricane. Are you kidding me? I could have gotten off a freaking Dragon Claw, and I'm going to show you I could have won. Look, look. Dragon Claw would have been that damage. It's over. See? What was I thinking trying to get to Hurricane with like 20% health or even less up against a Charm user? I'm using a Dragonite. I mean, did my brain cells just die all of a sudden? Like, come on. All right, up against a Groudon here. This is a beautiful matchup. We know this. And they're farming up a bit, swapping into Togekiss, and... you already know, Chef's Kiss, extra spicy, served up, still steamy. Let's go. And we're going to be able to take him out. And whoa, here comes the Giratina. And we're going to go ahead and throw that Meteor Mash here. This is obviously not a good matchup, but the thing about Metagross is Meteor Mash hurts everything. They're going to be farming up quite a bit, looks like. Absolutely letting this go through because we're going to come right back in here with Snorlax. They're down a shield. We're up 2. This is looking too good for us here. So we have that bad lead. We just need to keep that in mind. They're going to swap, absolutely. And now, well, bad lead. What is it? I was thinking they had a Melmetal. This is a fantastic lead. So we're going to simply swap. Snorlax, yeah, has a good matchup against it. Not, you know, okay. But since we resist everything, we're aligning Dragonite with it. Simply not having to use any shields. I think this is going to be entirely a shieldless battle. Not because I was trying to flex for this one. Just because... it worked so well. It was the alignment. So I don't want to give myself too much credit here. If these Pokemon on his team were aligned differently, it would have been a different story. Let's be clear about that, right? Not some sort of magician. Yeah, maybe sometimes. Maybe sometimes. Swapping into our Snorlax here. And we're just letting everything go through, of course. And we're farming this thing down. Let's go. All the way to Funky Town. And they are going to get a boost here. Right at the end. And there it went. So hopefully they got a laugh out of that. Good game. On to our next opponent here. We got about 10 more minutes of this video. Another just amazing lead. And this is the battle that I was thinking of. This is the one. I'm going to show you what they do. Well, you're going to see for yourself. So we're up against a Mewtwo. It's a Focus Blast. So here's the thing about Metagross at the current level that I have it. That one, that Mewtwo is that's an XL. That's an XL. Not completely, but it is a little powered up. So we can take a Focus Blast, though. They're using 2 shields on this thing, and at this point I'm thinking, this is very interesting. We're going to go ahead and shield up again. So we shield the Focus Blast. They swap into their Giratina, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Snorlax. We're playing a shieldless battle here. I don't think they have Dragon Pulse. There's no way. Yeah, definitely not. I feel like they would have thrown sooner, or maybe it would have been around that time where they got to it, as a matter of fact. Going to go ahead and throw Body Slam, and now at this point we're going to completely farm it. Now I want to bring your attention to what they do here. That Mewtwo, you remember that thing? Look at the energy we have. We have 100 energy. That's right, we have 100 energy on the Snorlax. You can do a lot of damage with that. Well, it might have been 98. Nonetheless, a ton of energy. This Mewtwo comes in with like a hawk and takes me out, and I'm like, my jaw drops. And I'm sitting here like, that stinking thing had a charge move ready to go? Psycho Cut is such a dirty, sneaky charge move. And they come back in here with a Melmetal, so I try to catch a Rock Slide, and we do. Absolutely beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake and take that stinking thing out. And We're going to get revenge for that Snorlax energy, what they did to us. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to get revenge. You're going to see. It's not going to be simply taking the win. No, that's not revenge. We got to do something else. Something more triggering. So I'll show you what we do. Down we go. In comes the Dragonite. And we're going to go ahead and hit that Hurricane on that, what? 4, 5, 6 HP? Maybe something like that. And take the win. Just to send a message. Alright, into the next. I'm being silly, guys. I'm not being serious, okay? So don't... There's somebody out there like, man, Poke's really too serious here. So we're swapping into Metagross as they make a swap as well. We had a great lead. And they have about... Just a tad of an energy advantage. Just one quick move of energy advantage. And that makes all the difference. We're shielding it up. Okay. Gonna go ahead and bait. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Getting a shield. Going for an Earthquake. If they double shield, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I think they, right. Getting 2 shields. And we're gonna go ahead and let this go down. Because what I decide to do is go ahead and go in here with Snorlax. We're going to have to use a shield here, but at least we're going to be able to have a ton of energy. It may have been a better idea to shield up the Metagross, but I don't know. This is fine. Whatever. So we have 2 Body Slams ready to go. Going to go ahead and throw this one here before they get to another Meteor Mash and do a ton of damage. Bringing in a Mewtwo, doing super effective with the Lick here. This is going to be a pretty interesting situation. They do have that Giratina up front, so we need to consider that. What I want to do at this point is keep the Snorlax alive. I do not want this thing to go out because of the Giratina. So what we're going to do is go ahead and throw in the Dragonite, and we catch a freaking Focus Blast, folks. Are you serious? Oh, how satisfying is that? And they're throwing in that Giratina. We're going to go ahead and do that damage. It's already down to red. We're looking beautiful here. We're going to go in here with our Snorlax, farm it down. It's going to throw a charge move, but it's not going to do much. And we're going to release our charge move on the Mewtwo, because I'm not falling for that again. That wherever they get all that energy from, man, I'm telling you. No, I'm just... another joke, right? But sometimes they don't know where this energy comes from. It's like, poof, all of a sudden they got 50 energy. I know I have to keep track, but yeah. Alright, folks, now this is going to be the last battle that I did have in Go Battle League, and it's going to be the last battle of the video. And I'm going to tell you, this one, a lot of these battles got my blood pumping. Having so many close battles and playing perfectly in some situations. But this one takes the cake, I personally think. Freaking crazy ending. So here we go. Up against Excadrill. Not starting it off great. Not starting it off horrible. We got a shield out of him. Fantastic. We got another shield out of him. And at this point I'm thinking, okay, they used 2 shields. We have a very high possibility of winning this here just because we had a bad lead. We still have a shield left. We're going to go ahead and go in here with the Snorlax. And the game plan is take this thing out. Do not shield Snorlax. The Metagross is going to be able to run amok. They're getting rid of their... Well, we're getting rid of their Steel-type counter. They have a Dragonite. We're going to go ahead and throw in the Metagross here. So that is the thought process. We got rid of their Steel-type counter. It is in the back with a little bit of health, but it's really not a threat to me at this point. I'm going to go ahead and take them out by farming a little bit extra. Our Metagross is kind of low, and so is our Snorlax. They still have a whole nother Pokemon. Not feeling too great about this. Let's see what they have in the back. This is not looking good. And they have a freaking Palkia. How am I going to win this? Well, we have a bunch of energy. Snorlax doesn't have enough health to win this. How is this even possible? I don't know. Let's take a look and see. All right, so I'm going for a Body Slam. We can't go for 2 superpowers yet. Superpower does more? Folks, are we going to be able to take the stinking thing out? Oh my gosh, we just took the win. Thank you for watching and take care, traders.